Hey, what's up everybody? Hammerheart Metal Reviews here once again, doing another classic album review for you today. And today I'm talking about a little bit more of an underrated classic, maybe a little bit of an unheralded one, but one that deserves your attention. And I am talking about Obtained Enslavement with their second album, Witchcraft, celebrating its 25th anniversary. This album was released in 1997. So if you've not heard these guys or this album before, they do hail from Norway. So they were part of this second wave of black metal from Norway, but very much on the symphonic black metal side of things. Their debut album, while it did have some symphonic elements, this one took it to a whole other level, bringing in like these big, grandiose orchestrations. It's just really bombastic and epic. If you're not into symphonic black metal, I think you still might like this album. Like, this is a lot better. You might hear symphonic black metal and think of bands like Dimmu Borgir or Cradle of Filth. But while there may be some similar elements there, this is a whole different beast altogether. I would say this is more for fans of like Emperor, Limbonic Art, bands like that. But yeah, this is just truly a symphonic black metal masterwork. Really shows you what you can do by incorporating, like mixing these two genres together. It's just like a perfect example of how to integrate these neoclassical orchestrations into black metal. So it's really still got these fast tremolo riffs, blast beats, raspy black metal vocals, but then very complex orchestrations over top. This isn't just some like cheesy keyboard effects thrown in there. This, like, the songs really are built around these orchestrations, mixing in with the riffs, and it's just captivating. It's really sophisticated songwriting, and probably one of the best symphonic black metal albums possibly ever made, at least in my opinion. This band, if you haven't heard of them before, their vocalist is Pest, who's probably most well known for being in Gorgoroth for a short period of time. But yeah, his vocals on here really on point, very hateful, just suits the music perfectly. And yeah, it's just got filled with like flowing tremolo riffs with these beautiful melodies, both from the guitars and also from the backing orchestrations. And yeah, this album is 9 songs. It's about 51 minutes long. So I'll do a quick track by track analysis, run through, and then I'll give you my thoughts on this album as a whole and score it out of 10. So the album kicks off just with an instrumental opener titled Prelude Funèbre. This one's just kind of maybe not necessary on the album. I guess it sets the stage for what's to come, but yeah, just instrumental, just orchestrations, not really any guitars or drums here, just a couple minutes of an intro, so not really much to talk about here, but then it gets into the really good stuff right after that. The second song, Veils of Winter Sorrow, definitely one of the standout tracks on here. It's just majestic. It's got this really great piano and symphonics with tremolo riffing going on at the same time, and like I said, truly hateful vocals. It's just got this really evil, sinister atmosphere on this song and throughout the whole album. But at the same time, it's very melodic and really complex in structure. Like, the songwriting on here is just really top-notch. Like, almost none of the riffs repeat. There's not like these catchy choruses that are going to stick in your head, but it's still, the songs are still memorable. It's just, it's going to take a few listens to really understand everything that's going on, but the riff writing is great, and the way that they tie it all together with these orchestrations is just next level for symphonic black metal. It's a totally, you have to hear it to understand what I'm saying. It's just really solid stuff. This song is definitely one of the standouts. Great way to kick it off. After that, it goes into possibly my favorite song on the album, From Times in Kingdoms. This one builds up a little bit slower with a slower tempo and these like harmonized guitar melodies, but then it picks up the pace, and it's just got this truly grandiose and like triumphant feeling with the orchestrations. Almost got like marching to war kind of feel, but triumphant at the same time. And the orchestrations and the riffs just flow so well together. They just really make this work. Like, it's going to sound probably throughout this that I'm repeating myself a lot, but it's just executed so well throughout this whole album. Really top-notch stuff. Definitely one of my favorite songs. After that, it goes into the title track, Witchcraft. Absolutely love the riffing in this song. It's got like this cascading melody, and it's just absolutely like infectious. There's so many tempo changes in different directions this song takes. It's definitely one of the more memorable songs. For this is the hymn of evil. Just fucking awesome. Absolutely awesome stuff. Another standout track for sure. After that, the 5th song is titled Warlock. This is a more aggressive black metal song. Great drumming throughout. It really has like these nice accents on the drumming, like on the cymbal work throughout this song. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm not, it's just habit when I talk about that. But yeah, it's got these really nice backing piano parts as well. They're just truly excellent. And the main black metal riffing in here really drives the song. Lots of blast beats as well. The drumming is really on display on this song. Just all in all, very solid stuff. And let's keep this moving. The 6th song after that, Torn Winds from a Past Star. This one is so full of melody. The riffing and atmosphere on here kind of remind me of like the early era of Satyricon. Kind of got that like medieval vibe with some maybe like folky elements going on as well. Just really great atmosphere, and the orchestrations here are very interesting. Really engaging songwriting throughout this song. Solid stuff. After that, another standout track in my opinion, Carnal Lust. This one is just epic as all hell. Really like thrashing black metal with more like folky symphonic parts in the background, and just the way that it all ties together. Just fucking awesome stuff. After that, the 8th track, The 7 Witches. This one actually brings in some clean vocals, which is a little bit of a change of pace. There's still the hateful, raspy vocals going on too, but there's a couple moments here where the clean vocals come in, and it suits the song very well. I almost kind of wish that they did more clean singing throughout this album. It might spice it up a little bit more, but nonetheless, it's a great way to kind of end it. It's not the closing track, but I'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, great riffing throughout. And like I said, it's not the closing track. There's one more song after, O Nocturne, which is just a piano outro. So not really much to say there. It's a nice way to bookend the album here. But beyond that, like the first track and the last track, not necessary in my opinion. The middle 7 tracks, absolutely top notch, but maybe it would lose a couple points for an unnecessary intro and outro. I know that's the old like 90s black metal thing to do, is to have an intro and outro, but not always necessary. At least if they are on there, make them a little more interesting. These ones don't necessarily stand out, but other than that, those are really the only negatives I would say on this album. The middle 7 songs, excluding the intro and outro, none of them are weak. They're all absolutely stellar. They're just so rich with emotion. It's hateful yet beautifully melancholic at the same time. It's just full of great black metal guitar melodies and great like neoclassical orchestrations. The vocals are really on point by Pest. The production is great. Like, you can hear everything. You can even hear the bass. You can hear all the instruments here. The performances are top notch, and especially the songwriting, how they tied this all together is just absolutely amazing. Just like the layers of like harmonies and melodies. And like I said, there's not that much repetition going on here. So to actually make a memorable album where the riffs aren't really repeating, it's just doing unique things all the time and stands the test of time, that's truly impressive, and I applaud them for it. So if I had to pick my favorite songs, I mean, pretty much the whole album, but Bales of Winter Sorrow, From Times and Kingdoms, Witchcraft, and Carnal Lust are probably my favorite 4 tracks on here, but the rest are solid too. To score this out of 10, for me, anything over 8 out of 10 is absolutely solid, deserves a listen that I highly recommend. If it reaches to 9 out of 10, that is like absolute epic masterpiece for all time. This, in my opinion, is very close to that 9 out of 10 level. I'm going to confidently rate this 8.9 out of 10, so pretty much right on the threshold there. Other than the intro and outro, like I said, not too much negative going on here. But yeah, if you haven't heard Obtained Enslavement and their album Witchcraft before, maybe this video can turn you on to it. Go check it out if you're into symphonic black metal or just black metal in general. Please do yourself a favor and go listen to this underrated gem of an album. If you have heard it before, give me your thoughts down below. What are your favorite songs? And yeah, until next time, give me a like and give me a subscribe. Hammerheart Metal Reviews, out.